Welcome to Skype for Business Airlift. This is Lab1a, configuring the lab environment, directory synchronization, and Skype for Business hybrid with Office 365. Now in this Lab1a, customizing the lab environment, I'm going to configure the virtual machine environment for the labs. This is showing you the topology. Here's the on-premise, local, and we're going to use TMG to exit to go to the internet. And the first thing I'm going to do is on the TMG, I'm going to run the script to enable services, and I'm going to do then is get my IP address and browse to it. So I've run this command here, enable services, and then afterwards, good. See on the TMG it's .174. And I'm going to do is I'm going to check it on the Edge server. So this one here is .14. And I'm going to do is verify internet access. Just make sure there's internet access. Good. Okay, good. The next thing I'm going to do is sign up for a lab number. So I'm going to generate the student lab number. I type in my public IP here. Great, so that's my lab number here. So my lab number is here, and my public domain will be lab.number.o365.ready.com. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to MB. And I'm going to go to scripts and configure the environment with the lab number. Change to the scripts directory. And I'm going to run configure environment. Now remember, I need to have my lab number though. 926994. And see, that's my on-premise lab2694.o365.com. Good. Now it wants the public IP of it right here. And I'm going to enter the 1.174. And I'm going to enter the other one in, which is .14. And it's going to create some new. As you can see now, it's completed. The next thing I want to do, I want to request a lab cert. So, gone to digicert.com friends exchange PHP. Now, but to put in there, I'm going to go into lab files. And here, Control A. We'll see. Put it in here. Notice the name is the name of my lab. The email address I'm going to do is Papkin@outlook.com. Go to service, submit. Great. Now I'm going to do is wait for the cert. Click here, download. Okay, it doesn't. My initial settings don't allow it to download. Easy enough to fix. Okay. Level. File download enable. Save as. And I want to save it to lab files. Great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to scripts, and I'm going to go config environment. Let's see how this. Sorry, over here. I've sent the one digit. I've downloaded to lab file. Then I'm going to go in and run import labcert.exe. I'm going to go import, export labcert, and hopefully it'll work. Great, it's all finished there. The next thing I'm going to do is I need to go to TMG, and I want to review the DNS settings on here. And you can see on here, see this is look lab. That's my lab number right there. And notice the DNS host entries, auto discovery, dial, mail, meeting, etc. Next thing I'm going to do is publish. Publish the topology right here. Next. Next. And the next thing I want to do is click it, open the to-do list. This is always good to know right here. It's always very, very useful to do all these things right here. I'm going to finish. The next thing I'm going to do is this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the Skype for Business server components. I'm going to deploy the front end with this script right here. And this could take 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, now that that's finished, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to MBX1 and I'm going to run a config script. This will do the Skype for Business and Exchange server integration. This one right here. After this script does, and then I'm going to go to the back to SFB1. So you can see is on this script right here, getting the list of it, the mailbox policy, etc. Great. Now that that's done on there, I'm going to go to front end 1, and I'm going to run a script on there. I'm going to config voice and UMXE. So I've been deploying the Edge server here. It's going to take 5 to 7 minutes. Well, that's good. Great. So that one is finished on Edge 1. Let me just see my client machine here.